but an All-Star Weekend Pick 6. Here is how it will work. We will go over pretty much every event you are going to see. The All-Star Game on Sunday, an All-Star Game MVP, dunk contest winner, three-point contest winner, skills competition winner, even the Rising Stars Challenge and Tournament. Which team ends up on top? You will not want to miss Donnie Rightside going over Team Detlef and its roster. Again, let's run through the All-Star Weekend schedule just so everybody knows. Tonight, it is a celebrity game, and it is that Rising Stars tournament. Tomorrow night, All-Star Saturday night, the skills competition, three-point contest, Sabrina Ionescu versus Steph Curry in their own three-point showdown, and that singular match, and then, of course, capped off by the dunk contest. Then, on Sunday night, the actual All-Star game, a return in the format to East versus West. No Elam ending, no special rules to know, just hopefully some exciting and meaningful basketball. So we begin in the All-Star Weekend Pick 6, and we start with the Sunday night finale, the actual All-Star Game. What is the best bet, Donnie, for the All-Star Game in Indy?
Yeah, I'm going to keep it with the West, who I do think is the better team at -3. Now, granted, it's an all-star game. How serious are some of these players going to take it? We'll find out. But if I do look up and down the roster, I think there's a decided advantage with the Western Conference here. So I'm willing to lay the -3 in an all-star game. Again, competitiveness, we'll see, hey, is it more the younger guys want to play? The older guys are like, hey, you know what? Now it's your time to shine. I'm going to buck that trend there, and I'm going to say that the West is better, top to bottom, and they'll win this basketball game.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? I don't know how the game is going to play out. I don't think the West having a better roster absolutely means they are going to win or even cover that three-point margin in the All-Star game, but I completely agree with the Western Conference being favored. The roster, the starters, with the injury to Joel Embiid, the star for the Eastern Conference, it's just better top to bottom, the reserves and the starters for the Western Conference. I also look at 362.5 for that over-under. Now, I was a fan of the Elam ending. I didn't find it all that complicated. I also loved it because I actually thought you could handicap it, and you had a little bit of an edge to bet the totals. All 5, I believe it was, or 4 of the Elam ending All-Star games would have stayed under this number of 362.5. But with no Elam ending, and I think that competition level ramping up a little bit. Last year, there was a lot of players begroaning how it didn't look like basketball. This year, I think it will. But that doesn't mean defense. That just means scoring and not throwing the ball off the backboard and actually looking more so like a basketball game. I'm going over 362.5.
Yeah, you know what? I actually have the opposite feeling in this one, Ben. And it's not because, game flow. That's what we're trying to project at this point. But I still get back to, we got through the years of, hey, guys, we'll cancel this thing if you're not taking it seriously enough. Now, I understand. And even the NBA understands this. It's an all-star game. It's a showcase of the top talented guys having fun and playing basketball on the same court here, right? But there comes a time where it's like, okay, we really got to start to ratchet it up. And you see this quite a bit before the Elam ending even. 3-4 minutes left in the game, they're playing really hard defense because they want to win the basketball game. So I look at that number, which was as high at the FanDuel Sportsbook at 363, and I thought the under was the play because, again, it's not like, well, I think this team's going to shoot this much or I think the three-point line is going to be open. It's all open. You just want to see. You want to rack up those points in the first 3 quarters here, and hopefully it's wide open, which means nobody's playing a lick of defense, and guys are taking it seriously, which means not firing from half court to see if they can make a long-distance three-point shot. The points won't be at a premium. There'll be a lot of them, but I'm just going to get back to that where, hey, guys, you got to take it a little bit serious, and maybe that's worth 5 or 10 points to keep this game under.
I mean, we see totals in regular season NBA games in the 250s, and we have seen scoring on the uptick. 362.5 for an all-star game doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility. But we both agree the West should be favored. I think I would lean with the West winning outright. If that is the case, Donnie, we go to our next category in the All-Star Weekend Pick 6, the All-Star Game MVP. If the West is victorious, who wins the Kobe Bryant All-Star Game MVP award?
Yeah, for me, it's going to be Steph Curry. And as I said, you're trying to have the ability of who is going to get hot in this game. Does Giannis really care about the All-Star game? LeBron James? You get the point here. They're going to fill it up. But the chance for somebody to do something historic, as you talked about even last year when you take a look at Jason Tatum, when somebody's hot, you just keep feeding them the basketball. Steph Curry has the unique ability to put on a show and take over the All-Star game from the three-point line. doing things that we've never seen before. Hey, Steph Curry was 12 of 24 from the three-point line. If he's hot early in that game, they're going to consistently call his number the rest of the way to see how many he can make. That's my projection. I'm going to take an 8-1 price on Steph Curry firing away from the three-point line. And yes, a correlation with the Western Conference winning.
Same for me, but just with a different player. 15-1, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, SGA has the second best price to win the regular season MVP award because of what Oklahoma City has been able to accomplish this year. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, pretty much 30 points each and every night. I did the math yesterday. I'm a little bit fuzzy on my numbers. I believe he has scored 30 or more in 38 of 54 games this season for OKC entering the All-Star break. He's an All-Star starter as well. I think he will have his time to shine on Sunday in Indianapolis. 15-1 on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, there's a lot of Donnie Wright's side in Mac McClung, so it would not surprise me if Donnie is going with Mac McClung to make it 2 straight dunk contest championships. Is that where you're headed?
That is where I'm headed. By the way, just to back you up quickly on SGA, what a better way to sort of
Please.
stamp your opinion on can he win the MVP of the regular season by having a big showcase performance in the All-Star game to sort of get that money. Hey, man, he is a really good player amongst everything. So it's a good look at that price at 15-1 and maybe some ramifications down the list as well. But let's get to Mac McClung here and why he's going to win this award. Sort of pointed to it previously here. The one guy, his job is to win this. That's all he cares about here. Now, the G League wasn't around back in the 1980s and early 1990s. You say, Donnie, why would that even matter at this point? I don't know if you go back and remember this, but Craig Hodges used to play for the Chicago Bulls. He was a marksman from three-point land. And the reason I'm bringing him up now is he won the three-point competition at the All-Star break way back in the day.
Yeah.
The next year, Ben, he wasn't even in the NBA, but the NBA brought him back. And one of the better pictures you'll ever find, they put him in a NBA jersey to try to defend his title, which was hilarious. But now at least you have the G League where Mac McClung can still come back because technically it's the NBA. His job is to win this. He is a plant. Yeah. He is going to win this, and I'll pay the minus 190 price on my guy, Mac.
24.5 points per game, the average for Mac McClung with the Osceola Magic right now. He's having a pretty good year. He is the odds-on favorite for a reason. I like the idea he's a plant. They're like, Mac, 2 months out from the All-Star game, a month out from the All-Star game, dunk contest in 2 weeks. How is everything going? You looking good? You feeling healthy? You ready to jump? That's what Mac McClung brings. I'm going to Jaime Jaquez Jr., the rookie who has had a great rookie season for Miami out of UCLA, the native of Camarillo. If you look at Southern California dunk contests with some of the brightest talent in high school basketball, Jaime Jaquez would put on a show. You might remember him from his time at UCLA when the Bruins made their deep runs in the NCAA tournament, being more of a low post present, playing below the rim. My man can do it. And my man can put on some dunks that I think he will put on display tomorrow night in Indianapolis. Give me the long shot. Plus 650, Jaime Jaquez Jr. to win the dunk contest. 3-point contest. The defending champ, Damian Lillard, is in the field. He is the favorite at plus 390. He is one of 8 contestants. You going with the favorite, or where are you going for the 3-point contest winner?
About midway, I'm going to go Spider Mitchell here, the Cleveland squad. So I'm going to say to myself, maybe home court advantage? No, but at least it's Eastern Conference here. He will have the ability to heat it up, and I just wanted to take an even price out here at plus 750. So it's a fantastic handicap because why would you take anybody in three-point competition? Because you think they can make three-point shots. I think Spider's going to make more three-point shots than anybody. There's my handicap, Ben. How do you like that? There's no handicap in this.
When you started that, though, when you started speaking right there, did you know that you were going to say Cleveland squad, home floor advantage? No, but at least they play in the Eastern Conference?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm trying to equate why he's going to heat it up there in Indiana because the simple fact is it's Eastern Conference and he plays there, I don't know, more than the Lakers do. Yeah. So it's sort of a correlation. It makes some sense.
Played his college basketball in Louisville, Kentucky, not all that far from the state proximity of Indiana.
Midwest.
There you go. Yeah. I like how you're looking at it. Midwest, Kentucky. We'll have a different conversation for a different day. I do like that, though. As I look at it, I actually did a little bit of handicapping, although I don't really think it matters. Trae Young, 5th most made three-pointers per game this season at 3.3. Give me Trae Young to win the three-point contest at a plus 550 number. Does that seem like more sound handicapping?
No, it just sounds like we're throwing darts out there, and one of us is probably going to win it, which is the best handicap of all with a big price. That's the goal here, and I love it.
Yeah. All right. The skills competition to start off All-Stars Saturday night. 3 potential options. Team All-Stars, Team Pacers, or the favorites, the team top picks, which is former number 1 overall pick Anthony Edwards, former number 1 overall pick Paolo Banchero, and this past summer's number 1 overall pick Victor Wembanyama. They are the favorites. Who are you going with in the skills competition to start off All-Star Saturday night?
A true home court advantage, and that is Team Pacers at plus 190. And by the way, why would the top picks be the favorite anyway? You think top picks care about, lower level skills competitions here? They got bigger things to worry about here, which includes their investment portfolios off of the court here. Give me the home crap. Look, you're talking about inside that arena. I can just hear it now. Yeah. Just earth-shattering noise because Team Pacers is going to win this year. It's unbelievable. Indy 500 cars rolling around. You can hear it now.
They're drinking milk after they win the skills competition as well. I actually kind of agree with that handicap. You know your sight lines. You know how the ball bounces. I like that for the skills competition. I think Team Top Picks is just the favorite because they have the most notable players and probably the best overall group. I'm going with Team All-Stars, and I learned earlier today that my man Scotty Barnes is healthy. They are going to get that win in the skills competition plus 180. Now, this is the moment everybody's been waiting for, the Rising Stars competition. Donnie going with Team Detlef. Detlef Schrempf, the former Indiana Pacer, great, out of Germany. Can Donnie Rightside name a single player on Team Detlef? Go.
No, but I can name a plus 850 price here, which is ridiculous. So they're begging you to take other chances. Like, these guys have no chance to do them. By the way, back in the 80s and 90s, we called them Detlef Shrimp. So I'm going with the shrimp cocktail. I believe there's a famous place there in Indianapolis.
St. Elmo's.
That hot cocktail straw. St. Elmo's doesn't know. Look, Team Detlef Shrimp dipping into the cocktail sauce at a plus 850 price. That's your handicap, people.
Amani Bates, a member of Team Detlef. Where does he play? What organization?
He used to play at EMU. I have no idea where he's at now, though, but I love it.
Ron Holland.
Maybe somewhere in Holland. I don't know.
Oscar Tshiebwe.
Oh, Kentucky's fame there. Look, we're locked by steal. I say 50's a steal.
He's on the G League team in Indiana. Home court advantage. I like Team Jalen, but who cares? The best bet next.